All right, we're live here. All right, time to get started on this chapter. So that being said, yo peoples, Kyushu92 here to bring you yet another chapter of My Hero Academia. The last chapter we left out on, Dharma was cornered by the heroes. It turned out to be like a clone used by Twice's quirk. And then Mirko just runs in, killing a whole bunch of Nomu in an instant, crashes into Dharma's lab, shattering some of his quirk collections that he's had there. And she pretty much just corners him, asking if he's the real one. And then the chapter just ends with Dharma looking in that same shocked face we've seen the chapter beforehand. So now we get to see what happens. Will he release some high-end type Nomu? Will the heroes come in? Well, that was a short break. Hey, I gotta get these done while I still got some good light outside when I do my reactions. But now we get to see what happens to Mirko as she faces off against Dharma. And this chapter just says, chapter 261, high ends. Yep, there's high end Nomus in there, just like y'all said. And the door comes down, and it squishes the Nomu that Dharma was going to use. Squishes the Nomu that Dharma was going to use to escape. But then he says, "Good boy, well done, Johnny." Oh, no, this is a flashback. "Good boy, well done, Johnny." And this is All For One speaking to him back then. "Your bottomless curiosity and pursuit of knowledge are always such a boon to me." But then what is going on here? Oh, it's still the same Nomu as is being crushed. "From the bottom of my heart, thank you, my dear friend." Then there's a massive explosion as that same door crashes through numerous vats that have like all the Nomu sitting inside. No! I guess the Nomu themselves were still gestating in there and they haven't fully matured. "Guys, I found the old fart and a bunch of tough-looking Nomu. Don't know, but a good kick should tell me." "Capture him. I wish I could say we're right behind you, but... Wish I could say I was right behind you, but... It might take us a minute." And there's numerous Nomu just going ham inside the hospital. Just like I said there would be. Rocklock's in there. Endeavor's fighting. Everyone's pretty much fighting. These flunkies keep popping up all over. "Hey, Mandalay, is the hospital evacuated?" "Yes, we just got out the last patient." Okay, so the entire hospital is evacuated, which means the heroes can go ham as well. And some more heroes are running in past all the dead Nomu that Mirko pretty much just killed. "I see. Thank you for the details. Each of these small rooms is a storage chamber. A passageway. It must lead up and out, so the morgue isn't their only route." He does a lot of And there's a lot more Nomu coming through the hallway, so each room past the morgue, in the morgue, is just a holding chamber for a ton of Nomu. "Forgive me, pitiable foot soldiers, but I must defeat you." And he causes what looks like to be, I don't know, scales or blades to come out of his hand. I wonder what kind of quirk is that, but it makes like a kashink sound, so I'm gonna say that they're blades of some kind. "I must apprehend the root of evil that lies ahead." And Mirko jumps straight towards Dharma. "You're the real one? Let's find out." I am! I'm the real one!" "Better give you a good kick to be sure." And then he just tears up. He tears up. Like his goggles are filling with so much water that he can't even see outside. He's literally losing his mind right now. "Right, the high-end Nomu, like the one Dabi used." "No, impossible. These other little ones haven't even reached the testing phase. What I wouldn't give for another half a day. If only Dabi hadn't failed to retrieve Hood's body. Manufacturing more without All For One around is no small feat. It took little Hood 10 hours to stabilize once activated. They should be strong enough in a pinch like this, but..." And from the panel from the view of this panel, it looks like Mirko's leg manages to hit his arm, but he's pulling something out of his pocket. I can't really see this panel. So whatever it is, 8, 9, 10, 11. She kicks through him and kicks his arm off. Huh? Mocha! And is that the little Nomu that was just there? Yeah, some substance is coming out of that Nomu. This one's got the double quirk, huh? Oh, okay. So he's managed to take twice his quirk and put it in a Nomu, in that same Nomu that had sneakers. So that same Nomu can replicate twice his quirk. But she kicks it away. A true miracle. And he hits a remote control in his hand. Using your quirk without even being told to. And you did it to protect me, little Mocha. Your courage wasn't for nothing. And apparently he's activating a chamber with a female looking, like a feminine looking Nomu. And they all wake up. Go slaughter those meddlesome heroes, my precious high ends. Just like y'all said, they were all high ends. Mirko pretty much kills one of them as they jump out, but they're all trying to grab onto her. And they throw her in the distance with enough force to cause like a mini, explosion. And apparently they all have regeneration because they're regrowing the limbs that she kicked off. Hero. Been so long. Hero can go wild. Hero, kill them all. Let's go nuts. Mirko! And then the hero comes in. I'm not sure about your rank, but I know your crust. A talking Nomu? Correct. How astute. And then Dharma gets inside his magical sliding chair. I'm sorry I couldn't give you enough time, but I leave this to you, my high ends. And he escapes. You think you're getting away, you old fart? Whatever. Things are only just heating up. So Mirko is fine. She's bloodied because she suffered an injury to her head, but she's definitely not down. Next chapter hits March 1st. Oh, okay. So My Hero's going on break now. We're getting a new chapter for One Piece next week, but we don't see a new chapter for My Hero until the week after next. I'm glad My Hero and One Piece don't go the way that Attack on Titans chapters do, where we don't see a chapter for a full 2 months or so until we get a new one. But that's the end of the chapter. Dharma is slowly starting to get away. Mirko has been knocked into another area of the lab. A whole bunch of high ends have been released. And there's already Nomu inside the main hospital. Go back to the one with all the Nomu and look at the one on the far left. I knew that face looked familiar to me. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you talking about the one where they're saying hero been so long and they start speaking? Because the one on the left has a very specific look. People theorize it's Crimson Riot, Kirishima's hero. Hold on. Looking at this image of him. No, that can't be him. People also theorize the one with long hair is Best Genius. I don't think that's true, but the way they act like heroes, but the way they act about heroes, all of the Nomu are former heroes. So are they saying that the one that has like the little curve at the top where it looks like it could be Best Genius because of the way the face is covered, that it could be him? Possibly. But I don't think the one that has the most pronounced, that very, very detailed head for a Nomu to be Crimson Riot, though. Because even though Crimson Riot's status is unknown, it doesn't necessarily say that he's actually dead, though. But all the same, something good to theorize. And I've only done this for like 11 minutes, so this is definitely going to be shorter than my One Piece stream. I tend to get through My Hero a lot faster than One Piece, so this is going to be relatively short. But overall, hey, Cool K, what's going on? Good to see you. Might not be very long on this stream for My Hero. I'm just going to talk about a little bit what happened and what we could possibly see happen next. But yeah, Mirko's in there. She's already wreaking havoc, and she's shattered a lot of the Nomu vats that some of them are in. Do you think Mirko will die? I don't think so. Even though we see her actually, this is the first time we actually see her get injured. But I don't think that this is going to be where she dies, though. I highly doubt it. Because what would Mirko dying do for us? Because I understand what Night Eye dying did for us. We actually knew who he was. We found out about him, and we actually came to. Hold on. Just family letting me know that I got me a chocolate mousse cake. Well, chocolate mousse pudding downstairs, so I'll probably have to partake of that. My family is cooking Italian goulash, which is something that I haven't seen in a long time. Maybe her death will show the power of me. That's one way to view it. Or the enemy. That's one way to view it. But I'm still going to hold out that Mirko is still going to survive. I'm at least I'll hold out. If something like that happens in the next chapter, then I'll just roll with it. But for me personally, I'm just gonna hold out that Mirko stays alive. Daruma, though, what are the odds that he'll actually get away from all this? Because there's multiple routes for him to escape. And not only that, but Tomura Shigaraki is there as well. And we don't know how long he's been resting in there, or if that's him fully recovered and he's just resting in there until Dharma sees fit to release him. Don't know, but it's kind of hard to say right now. Not only that, but we have the other heroes everywhere else still congregating in the mountain villa where the Para-Liberation Front is. And then we have Midoriya and the rest of the other heroes converging on a city where they're evacuating everyone there because of the inevitable battle that's going to happen there. So there's still a lot going on, even though we're focusing on Dharma right now. So overall, this was a pretty good chapter. I give it about an 8 out of 10 due to just how much things are progressing. And we saw a little bit more of Mirko's power. Like she managed to kick the head completely off of one Nomu. So that's one less high end they have to worry about. But she still kind of got, Nomu handled and thrown into a nearby wall, a far off wall with enough force to draw blood from her. So it still says a lot about high ends overall. Like it took Endeavor all that he had just to defeat one high end. And Mirko's in a room with at least several other high ends that are capable of talking. Not only that, but the hero Crust is in there with her as well. And we have no idea what the intricacies of Crust's quirk is. So we're going to have to see about that. But overall, pretty good chapter. I know this isn't as long as my One Piece stream, since I tend to put pretty much a lot more effort into One Piece due to how long I've been with it. But overall, this was a pretty good chapter. I'm not going to lie. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, we're going on break now. So there's going to be a lot of time for people to try and formalize where things go from here. And speaking of My Hero, I've been seeing a lot of stories about how people are having a problem with certain characters having the same birth dates as, war criminals from back in the day, during World War II. And they're really getting hung up on it for some reason. And people are wondering, is this amount of controversy gonna hurt My Hero at all? And I'm just gonna give my opinion on all those going on right now. It's not gonna affect it at all. People are getting hung. It's not birthday. It's not birthday. I already know about them changing the name of Daruma's villain name because it was a name that was used to dehumanize Chinese and Korean people back in World War II. That much I already know. But now I'm hearing things about them saying that some characters are sharing the same birth dates as other people. That's something new that I've been hearing. Like now people are having an issue with certain characters having the same name as certain Japanese generals and war criminal generals or whatever. And people are, trying to... It's no longer in China. Yes, this is actually something I brought up in my last stream for My Hero of why I choose to call him Daruma instead of the name that they give him because of the term that was used for the dehumanizing term used for Chinese and Korean people that were experimented on back in World War II by Japanese Unit 731. Yes, Unit 731, I want to think. Yeah, but now I'm hearing things about how people are having a problem with certain characters having birthdays shared with these, as if, that was Kohei's intention to have them share the same exact birth dates. I'm pretty sure he was just pulling a couple of birth dates, from his back pocket. So people just need to stop getting hung up on stuff like that. I know some people would try to use it as an excuse, like, oh, he has it as the same exact birthday as this general from a year that I wasn't even born in. Oh, I'm offended. People need to grow up. But that's all I'm going to say about that because people can get a bit testy when it comes to that certain thing. But overall, this was a good chapter. I'm enjoying My Hero so far. I can't wait to see what happens in the next chapter. What's going to happen to Mirko? What's going to happen to all the heroes that are fighting the Nomu in the lobby of the hospital? What's going to happen to Crust and what's his quirk and why is he suddenly so significant? Because he just came out of nowhere. Where did this Crust hero come from? I don't know. But he's going to be joining in with Mirko and fighting the other Nomu. So it's time to see what he can do. And the fact that the Nomu know who Crust is, maybe one of those Nomu has had a run-in with Crust before that individual's body was used to become a Nomu. And maybe the residual memories in that Nomu are coming back to, fight Crust. So that's just a theory there. But we're going to have to find out the next time as we continue to read more My Hero Academia. So we're only going to be getting One Piece next week. Just one chapter of One Piece and one episode of One Piece next week. So I'm definitely going to work on those. But yeah, this is it for this chapter. I know this isn't as long as my One Piece stream, but this is how it tends to go, short and sweet. So with that being said, I'm going to give myself something to drink before I start recording the episode for One Piece. Hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in the next videos. Have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. I'm hungry.